Hey, hello everybody. Thanks for coming back to the channel today. Have you ever had a day where you just can't believe how great your life is and that you are getting to live the life that you are living? I really hope you've had a day like that. I hope you've had a lot of days like that. And if you haven't had days like that, then I hope that watching these videos will inspire you to make some changes so that you do have days like that. And if there's any way that we can help you have days like that, we would love to do it. But today was a day like that for me. Just one of those days where at the end of the day, I couldn't believe that I was lucky enough to get to live the life that I am living. We went to the Canary Islands today, La Palma, um, and it was kind of crazy after 7 days at sea to look out at that view there and see land. It kind of took me by surprise after seeing nothing but water for a couple of days. And so we got off the boat and put our feet on solid land for the first time in a long time, and it felt pretty good. And of course, the kids wanted to play a little bit. This little park was right near the port, and so while Cameo was kind of going to the tourist office and getting some things figured out, we ran over to this park, and the kids stretched their legs and spun around and went up and down the slides and just kind of enjoyed themselves in this beautiful kind of urban park here overlooking the ocean. And then once Cameo got our bearings for us, we headed down kind of the main drag of town here. There's kind of a main street, and it was amazing. It was so cool. Um, it's all colonial. A lot of these buildings are built in the 1500s, and there's this beautiful church here. We went inside. The woodwork on the ceiling was just amazing. It was so beautiful. And we just spent some time sitting around, enjoying the beautiful weather. Man, the weather could not have been more beautiful. We were blessed with a great day. And we just kind of went around and did some window shopping, went up and down these cobblestone streets, and did a little people watching, did a little exploring as a family. And it was just so cool to be in a place like that that had so much history. This was a little fort that we went to here. This used to be a functional fort in the 1600s that looked out over the sea and protected the island from pirates and other invaders. And we spent quite a bit of time climbing around here. Of course, Jonah there climbing the rocks after being on the boat all this time and getting some skills on that rock climbing wall. He tried it out in the real world. And then we headed down to the beach, and this was a beautiful black sandy beach. I mean, it was just gorgeous. It was a little windy down there, but other than the wind, everything about it was beautiful. We had it almost to ourselves. Um, we weren't sure we were going to get in, but as usual, if you're on the beach on a nice day, I think it usually ends up, at least with our family and probably most people, that if you have the means to get in, you end up getting in. So we had brought our swimsuits and brought our change of clothes, and before you knew it, after looking out over that beautiful view, that view of the ocean off the coast of Africa here, we got in the water. So, man, it was amazing. One thing that I kept thinking as we were playing around on this beach and looking out over the ocean was that we were in Africa. It's kind of crazy, the Canary Islands are owned by Spain, so they have a very Spanish feel, but geographically, they are part of the African continent. They are off the coast of Africa, and I have never been to Africa, so uh, it's kind of cool to be able to say that I have run on some black sandy beaches in what is technically Africa. And we kept being confused throughout the day. We'd say, "Oh, it's so cool to be here in Europe," and then we'd realize, "Wait, we're not in Europe. We're in Africa geographically." But the feeling of the town definitely felt like colonial Spain for sure. But we just soaked in the day. Every moment of this day just seemed so amazing. The kids playing on the beach, Cameo and I just laying there and relaxing and being able to talk to each other and spend some time together as the kids ran around and played. And I don't know if you guys ever have done this if you've been at the beach, but if you have young kids, you probably have. And before long, Jonah decided that he wanted to bury himself in the sand up to his neck. Now, I did that when I was a kid, so I can't say too much about it. But looking at the results of this and how sandy he got, I was not about to be a part of it. But that didn't stop Ezra from wanting to take his turn. So after Jonah got out, Ezra jumped in and he took his turn and not surprisingly ended up with the same results. But at the end of the day, we all had a wonderful time. We headed back to the cruise ship and I jumped in the jacuzzi, and what a beautiful end to a day. Sitting in the jacuzzi, a nice hot tub, as the island floated away in the distance as we headed off to our next port. But anyway, I hope you have wonderful days like this, and I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you are doing it to the best of your ability and living life to its full potential as you live your journey. Thanks, and have a great day.